How quickly can a person in a crash-landed spaceship build a fully integrated factory with dedicated rail, cargo, bots and all other sorts of logistics? Well, let's find out, shall we? You know what they say, the Factorio must grow. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to Factorio. It's been a very long time. Several years, I feel like, since I last said those words. Let me just close that. There we go. Yeah, welcome back to Factorio. I put out a poll recently asking what game you guys would like to see, and this won, which I was actually quite surprised about, because for a long time Parkitect was leading the poll, but yeah, Factorio won. So we're back. Now I will point out a couple of things before we start. I am not running the Space Age DLC. That's what was in the box at the top corner here. I looked at getting it for this series, and I started reading about some of the things that it offered, and it doesn't really scratch the itch that I've got when it comes to Factorio. Like, I enjoy games where you can go up into space and build platforms and things like that. That's fine. But for me, Factorio is like boots on the ground kind of thing. What you're seeing in the background right now, in fact, where I'm colonizing, they don't particularly like it. That's very loud. And chaos ensues. So I'm not gonna get the Space Age DLC. There are plenty of other creators out there who have that. What I am gonna do though is inject my M4J magic into this game. I've got a couple of mods. I've got cargo ships, even distribution, and the logistic train network. Now this one, I'm curious to see how this works now, because the game, of course, has had some updates to how rail works, and for a while this wasn't necessary. So I'm curious to see how this works, and I really want to try the cargo ships, because they're basically big trains. Whether or not that means I can actually put my own water channels in, I don't actually know. So that'll be interesting to find out as well. But yeah, having lots of logistic chains, so like ships to trains and then trains to ships and all that kind of stuff, seems really intriguing to me. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get into it. So, free play, obviously. Where's the... Yeah, no, free play. That is what I want. Do I want to record replay? Yes. Yes, I do. Because I think that would be kind of cool as well. Let me get the world set up, and then I'll tell you what my plans are for this series, because this may be 1 month long, it may be 2 months long, we will see. I'm going to put it on Rail World, because of course I am. For the enemies, do I want expansion? I think I kind of want them to fight back as well, but maybe not as much as me, if that makes sense. So yeah, I will say that, but I will turn it down to like 2, let's say. Minimum group size we'll have as 3, maximum maybe 10, and then the cooldown, let's change that to 10 minutes and then 60 and all that good stuff. Okay, for the seed, I think there used to be a mod where you could actually see what your... Whoops. Okay, letters don't work. I was going to do M4J, but never mind. We'll just randomize it 5 times. There we go. So there's the seed, if you want to play the same map as me. I think everything here is good. I think we're good to go. I would like lots of water, actually. So I might even bump that up to like 200%. I want to go round the water and not necessarily across it. Same with the scale. I think we'll bump that right up. Hopefully I don't get stranded on an island. Otherwise this will all be cut and we'll start again. Trees, yeah. Rocks, starting area, moisture. That's... okay. Cliffs, moisture, terrain type. What is moisture? Grass versus desert. Oh, okay. A higher bias generates more grass. Yeah, I think leaving it in the middle is fine. Preview. There we go. Yeah, this I think looks good. So we've got some iron and some copper, some more iron. There's some coal, stone, more coal, and there's oil. So assuming it'll dump us in and around this area, although there are some biters there, so maybe not. Don't know. But yeah, this looks decent, I think, for a starting map. I think. Maybe, hang on. Let me just regenerate. Oh, I kind of like this one more. Let's go again. That one's got copper, stone, iron, and coal basically right next to each other. It's a bit of a gap to oil, though. Yeah. Don't know if I like that. Could go with a lakes elevation. Kind of works. This. Just having this natural border at the bottom here is a huge one. There isn't actually much down here in terms of resources. So I think once we start laying down rails and stuff, this will be where most of our factories will be. And then we can wall it across here, or somewhere along there. And then this is a good starting area. So I am going to commit to this. Yep, I guess mods are deactivating achievements. We have crash landed on the planet. Now let's talk about the plan. So as I said, this is going to be the next few weeks. I don't need the tutorial. Can I turn off the tutorial? Hopefully. Let me just bulldoze that. I know some people leave their ship as like a monument, but for this run, I just want it gone. Stop blowing up. There we go, got some iron plates. More iron plates. Sorry, the plan. So, for the next few weeks, we're going to be playing this. This won the poll, so every Wednesday throughout April, we're going to be playing Factorio. However, do you classify this as a sandbox game? I kind of do, because of the whole you build what you want kind of vibe that it's got going. And the reason I'm asking is because I also put out a poll for what videos people wanted to see in May. But instead of asking about games, I asked about genres. And the genre that won was sandbox, which is basically what I'm known for. And people said, carry on doing what you do. So I might extend this through May as well. And then that gives me at least 9 weeks to launch a satellite, which is kind of the end goal for this series, is to launch a satellite and then wrap things up. I really, really, really do want to speed run this to trains and robots. Bots? Drones? What are they called? I think they're just called bots, aren't they? Because I love the bots in this game. They always make me feel, well, I was about to say satisfied, but that's more satisfactory, isn't it? But I love just watching the bots fly around. You can just place down blueprints and they do their thing. It's very satisfying. I need the coal, which is, again, you look on the map and you think, oh, it's not too far away. And then you start walking and you're like, oh my god, it's 16,000 miles. But yeah, down to the coal. We'll dig a load of this out. So yeah, speedrun trains, speedrun bots, try and get everything set up and established and a base of operations. And because this is a rail world, I really, really, really want to utilize the whole logistics train network. So we're going to have a depot with trains stored there. We're going to have a iron smelting factory, a copper smelting factory, possibly a stone factory as well, but not to the same scale. But we're just going to go to town on this and try and get as much done as possible in as little time as possible. I've got the ability to create some furnaces, so let's do that. I'm going to remove this rock as well, because I can see myself just running into it a lot as I'm going between places. I was debating putting like cuts in, so like I'll say now, oh, I'm going to go off and do this, and then it'll cut to me having done that. But I think for this first episode at least, I am going to try and keep everything on camera, mainly because it's been a while since I played. I kind of just want to ease back into it. There may be things that have changed in updates and stuff, and there may be things that I've completely forgotten how to do. So being able to fail epically on camera and then have someone correct me in the comments is always the way to go for something like this. Ah, yes, look at that. We'll get at least a 5th one here. Now, I do have a burner drill, but I don't have the ability to produce more yet because I need iron gears. So what I'm going to do now is place these down, and then I'm going to grab... Is it shift? Click? No. Shift C? There we go. I knew there was something to do with that, and then I guess shift C again. No, that doesn't want to work. Okay. No, that doesn't want to work either. Is it control click? There we go. Okay, yeah, it's a thing. Does that work? No. Okay, well, we'll get everything that we have got cooking. Left click, Mark. Stop right clicking on things. How much do I need? Oh, I actually need more stone. 1 second, I can fix that problem. There we go. The main thing here is to get 2 drills, like so. And then a little trick with these is you place them down. Oh, autosave. You place them down like so. And then you give them a little tickle of coal just to get started. And then this one feeds this one, which in turn feeds this one. And they'll keep going until they're both full, which is incredibly satisfying to watch. And for an early bird like this, that is perfect. Right. Oh, Alt. There we go. Now I can see what's in all of these. Now we can start looking at what we need to progress. So, I need to create steam power, apparently. How on earth do I do that? Craft 50 iron plates. Okay, so we're mining iron. What do I need for you now? Stone. So it's going to go to town on the stone as well. And yeah, good to be back. Good to be back in Factorio. Maybe I could have started this a little bit further on. There may be bits between episodes where I just go and progress some stuff. Like, there's going to be a point where we have to build a wall, which we can't see right now, but there'll be a point where we'll have to build a wall north of us, and that will definitely be done off camera, because, yeah, that's going to be a faff. we don't want to worry too much about that. Right, burner drill, check. Oh, it's such a long walk. Every time I want to get coal. I haven't got long reach either, so I literally do have to go all the way down. There we go. Good stuff. I'm actually tempted right now to put the drill on the stone. Actually, hang on. I need to craft a chest, which I need wood for. There we are. I'll get a couple of these. Right, so I'll put the chest down first. Then I'll put the drill down. And then I'm going to fill the drill. There we go. I'm going to get loads of stone. And then we're going to use that stone to make loads of drills and furnaces and things like that. And then we're going to just produce an absolute buttload of iron. And actually, while that's doing its thing, I'm going to come over here. Can't dig out stumps. I don't want to get rid of too many trees. I like the idea of not pissing off the locals too much. And one of the ways of doing that would be to let trees soak up the pollution. So apart from having to lay rails, I want to keep as much of the local landscape as possible. Because I think that's the thing that's going to keep me alive longest. Right, I can make some furnaces. I can't yet make drills because I actually need iron. So that's interesting. That's like a catch-22, isn't it? Well, I guess I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way for a bit. Yeah. Starting a new game in Factorio, it is literally like going back to the Dark Ages. Oh boy. Dig, 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 dig. In terms of episode length as well, I might as well talk about that. I want to try and keep things around half an hour per episode, so I'm going to be vigilantly watching the amount of time going. So I think 30 minutes per ep is pretty good, all things considered. I don't want to make them too long. I don't want to make them too short either. I kind of want each episode to have a natural start and end point. So, you know, if I'm working on laying rails to a particular factory, then I obviously want that project to be finished in a single episode if possible. I don't want it to... Actually, I've just done goofed a little bit. 1 second. I'll just split that in half and then half again. That did not do what I wanted it to. Nope, let's just put it all in there. We'll just let it smelt that way, it's fine. Oh, we don't want you to overfill. Get another 5 of these set up as well. And another 5 of these. So I think what I want to do is, especially here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. And that's going to be where my drills go. Really? 1? Is that all I can make? 1? Oy, oy, oy. Well, we can get this one started at least. You know what, just take some wood for now. We'll go grab some coal now. So yeah, I think that's the premise of the series done. I want to build a very heavily created rail network around the entire map. You know, signals, complex junctions, things like that. The only thing we're missing from the Space Age DLC, which I would have liked, is oh man, words, Mark. The stacked railways. That would have been cool, but I think I'll survive in this grand scheme of things, you know. Alright, just make sure I pick that up properly. Coal. So you want 50, and then I'll put the other 50 in here. So that's just going to burn away now, making iron plates for us, which is awesome. Which we'll periodically come and pick up, of course, and then we'll set this up with another one of these. Can I make... Actually, I'm tempted to do something else first. This is going to happen a lot as well, where I'm just going to be constantly changing my mind. We have quite a lot of... Actually, no, we don't have enough stone. We don't have enough stone. Yeah, I'm being dumb. We don't have enough stone. But I'm going to move these now. Because actually it makes more sense to put directly into a furnace. Like so. Sorry, yeah, I keep saying one thing and then doing another. I want to make sure that... Man, I'm so bad. What am I doing? Right, I want 2 more drills. That's what I want to do. Right. Start again. I want to build a heavily complex rail network. Oh, man. Now I'm sneezing. Fantastic. Oh, steam technology researched. Awesome. I'm going to start all of this again. Heavily complex rail network with bots basically doing all of the building. I can just lay down blueprints and away they go. Now, some of you might be arguing, well, how is that playing Factorio? And I argue that that's literally Factorio. That is what the game essentially... Why am I putting it right in the middle? Why don't I put it at the top nearest to me? That seems like a smart idea, right? There we go. And then for this, I'll fill from there. But then also Shift C. There we are. Complex rail network. That's the nuts and bolts of it. That's what we're going to be trying to do. 10 copper. That's an easy one to do. Want to make it complicated. Want to make it interesting to watch. I want everything to be dedicated. So we'll have an area where iron ore is mined. That will then get loaded on a train, taken to a place where it's smelted into plates, and then some of those plates will be taken off to one place to be crafted, and then some of those plates will be taken off to another place, specifically I want a station dedicated to making iron gears, because I know that is something that can run quite low quite quickly. Same with copper wire. Like every single crafting item I want to have a dedicated factory for. So that means when we come to creating things like circuits, everything is brought in basically as it's just about to be turned into circuits form. So it's not going to be iron plates that are then turned into green circuits with copper wire. Copper would have been a better one, actually. We're not just going to bring in copper plates and turn them into wire on site. We're actually going to have copper wire brought in and turned into circuits. And hopefully it'll all be done in a ratio in which we just have a constant flow of trains moving in and out. No, I need to pick up coal, Mark. A constant flow of trains moving in and out, as well as a constant flow of items being created. That is the goal. And hopefully that is something that we could easily achieve, which would be awesome. I'm very much looking forward to getting to that stage of the project. Right now, though, we're at this stage of the project. So let's pop those in. That'll complete that objective for me. Do I have the means? I do. Well, actually, yeah, we got boiler and stuff now already. We do have water just up there. I am going to create another drill now. And that's going to go here. And then obviously fuel that and fuel that. More iron plates. Lovely stuff. The electronics is getting there. Should I start crafting? Yeah, I guess I should. An offshore pump, a steam engine, and a boiler. It's 2 engines per boiler, isn't it? So I need some more. How much am I missing? 14. Alright, we've completed electronics as well. So the next one is this. Which, craft a lab. One of you, which I also need iron for. And copper. Is that enough? Nope, I need 31 and I've got 25. Oh, but I can make another burner. And then we can get this next one going as well. Once I've fueled it. Will Shift C do anything? No. I just put more iron ore in there though. Okie dokie. Down to the coal again then. How are we doing for time? 22 minutes. Good stuff. Yeah, I think this is a good start. Next episode, I think things are going to ramp up a lot more because we're going to start accelerating our way through a lot of stuff. Right now, in terms of layout and stuff, I do not care. I do not care what it looks like. It's not my priority at all. Okay. That now is more than enough to create another steam engine. And then we need some power poles. So I'm going to craft all of those. I guess we could start looking at belts and stuff as well. That might be a good natural end point for this first episode. Is getting this onto a belt instead. And especially down here, excuse me, having the coal actually put onto a belt and brought up to here. And starting to set up some automation. I think that is the end game for this first episode. So I want to craft as many of those as I can. We can actually achieve this right now. Excuse me. I think I'm coming down with a cold or something as well, which is less than ideal. I haven't recorded for like a month and now I've come back and my voice is like, no. Very annoying. I can't remember what I was talking about now as well. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, belt. Having an automated process set up. It was something along those lines. We could do this without electricity. That's what I was saying. Yeah, because we can use burner inserters. So I'm just going to get all those set up as well. I am going to keep the layout for the drills that we've got on the coal because they do still fuel themselves, which is very handy. But I am going to... Let's do something like this. Do I have... No, I need more iron plates for this. If only I had somewhere that was making iron for me. Brilliant. There we go. This will max this out for me. There we go. And there we go. Now I need to get those inserters that I just created. Fantastic. Actually, I need this to be fully like this. And I need more inserters. How many do I need? I need at least 10 here. Right, let's start creating this as well. That went way less than I thought it would. I always feel like there's a ticking time bomb with this game as well, because right now the locals aren't too perturbed, but they are coming. Basically, they will find me, and they will not be happy. But yeah, this is my layout for this, and you might be thinking, why have you put inserters going in and out? And the answer is because we're also going to put the coal on this belt. Simple as that. You need fuel. I thought you would take fuel from this, but apparently not. That's not ideal. And actually, I do in fact need a splitter. How do I get a splitter? I guess that's what's going to be the result of this, right? Okay. Craft this. Get the red science. We don't have time. We're coming up to the half hour. Any second now this will be done. Oh man, stuff is very, very slow at the start of the game. One might say excruciatingly slow. Right, that's now complete. But now I need to create red science, right? Or at least... Are there splitters? So I need one red science in a lab, and that does need electricity. So we are going to have to go and lay all that stuff down as well. That might be something that I do between episodes. So just to start wrapping up this episode, I'm going to continue laying this down, which really doesn't go very far. I'm going to come down here anyway because I need to collect loads of coal. There we go. And I'm just going to manually fuel everything up here. Let's use the belt. There we go. Supercharged. Whoosh. And I'm going to stand sort of here-ish and then Shift C. Oh, yes. Look at that. Everything's flying now. Forgot to do that. Words, Mark. Words. So yeah, between episodes, we got a basic idea as to how this is going to look. Between episodes, I'm just going to build up a supply of iron. I'm also going to go and... I mean, I could start doing it now. There's no reason why I couldn't start doing it now. Just set up our electricity up here. So that's going to be... I don't have any coal on me. What an idiot. Yeah, this. Let's do it... Actually, I could do it just in this area. Like so. And then a boiler. And then some steam engines. Now this is pollution central. So it's going to be that and that. And then I'm assuming... Maybe I do need a power pole first. Yeah, we're going to lay these down very much like so. And then I'm going to put the lab there. And then I can create this, which I need copper for. So I'm going to go dig some copper as well. And you get the idea. This coal belt, because we're going to... Yeah, I have started the research. We're going to put a splitter down here. And the coal's going to feed the back of the drills here as well. And there'll be another layer of drills on the other side, doing very much the same thing. And then the coal on this side is going to continue basically straight up through here and then over to these boilers. So actually, I've kind of put you the wrong way around. Let me fix this quickly. And then, yeah, we can call this a first episode. Exciting times. We're back, people. We are back. I love Factorio. It is one of my favourite games. I don't play it as much as I should. I think it's because I don't like starting new worlds, to be honest, because of this whole... You really do feel like you've gone back to the Dark Ages. I feel like I've put that one in the wrong place. And we don't really need it anyway, so I'm just going to do that. And then we're going to get a burner inserter, and that's going to sit right there. And I think I'm always going to leave these as burner inserters because they power themselves. Simple as that. Does it actually show? Yeah, it shows you as... I always love the fact the pump just seems to run off willpower or something, because it never runs out. Very clever. But yeah, that'll do for our first episode. Hopefully we're moving things along at a good, steady pace. I don't want to skip too much. I don't want to rush things. I don't want to go too slow. There's a very fine balance when it comes to something like this, and hopefully I'm hitting just the right notes at just the right time. But let me know down below. Are you happy to see Factorio back? Did you vote on the poll? That would be a good thing to know as well. I'm always intrigued to know who takes part in these things. Not to name and shame or anything, but just to, you know, be interested in what people are doing when it comes to the channel. I'm going to get a couple of these set up as well, just on the copper. Sort of trying to talk and do stuff at the same time. We all know how that goes when it's me. There we go. Yeah, let me know down below if you're excited to see the game back, and also what plans you'd like to see me do. If there's anything you'd like to see me build, if there's anything you'd like to see me try out, by all means let me know down below. Besides that, I'll do the proper outro now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. I know it's only one episode in, but you never know. Let me know down below any ideas you've got for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Sorry, I hit puberty halfway through that sentence. Also, check out my YouTube member and Patreon information in the description. I know not everyone likes being asked for money, but if you want to have a train named after you, or even a ship named after you in this case, by all means, check that out. Any tier gets the reward of being having something named in your honor. So even if you don't want to commit to the more expensive tiers, the cheaper ones will work too. Plus you get, oh wow, actually also filled down here too. You get early access to all future content for the duration of your support on the channel. So it's definitely something worth looking into at least. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time. It's night now. I was about to record the intro, but that's really annoying. Until next time, I will see you soon.